Hey everybody, what's up? We're here on another Thursday with the Trans Kings, and I'm your host, Ted. So, what's up?
But he's not here right now because it's Invasion Week on Ohio Trans Kings, and I will be your host for this week. So I'm sorry if you were expecting Ted, but, this week I guess you're just going to have to deal with me. I am your host, April, aka Destiny Divine, Ted's girlfriend, better half, what have you. So this is a week where I get to talk about my experience in knowing Ted. I have known Ted for almost 3 years now. It will be 3 years around August. I actually met Ted at a Pride Kent meeting at Kent State University when I attended there, and we actually started talking and getting to know each other at Rosetto's nightclub at a Pride function for Caden's benefit. So that is where I first met him, and we, a little bit after that, we actually started working together at Jimmy John's, and he actually helped me get that job. So I guess we started just hanging out because we worked together all the time, and we went on deliveries together, which was always fun because we could talk about anything, and we still actually do that. Not the go on deliveries part, but we still talk about pretty much anything, so that's always great. And Ted actually had a couple questions that he wanted me to answer specifically, so I guess I will just dive right into those. Was I the first person that was trans that you've ever been friends with? And I guess that would be yes. I didn't really know anybody on a personal basis that was trans before I met Ted. And had I not known that he was trans, had he not told me, I would have never known. So yes, he was the first person that I was ever friends with. Did you have any problems with my transition? No, I did not have any problems with him transitioning at all. I actually met him about a year and a half after he was already into most of his transitioning. He had his name changed for about a year and a half when I met him, and he was on T for a year. So, I mean, he was pretty far into his transition, and but I had no problem with it. I was actually friends with him when he had his top surgery, and we started dating after he had his top surgery, so I knew him pre-op and post-op. So, I mean, no problems at all whatsoever. I've always been really supportive. We've always talked about anything I ever had a question about, ever wanted to know more information about. We've always just had like an open conversation. As far as that goes, anything I didn't like really understand or stuff like that. So as far as that goes, do you believe that since we have been dating, that my being trans has had any effect on your sexual identity, or any has altered my sexual identity at all in any way? And no, I don't think so, because I don't really like labels, although even though I identified as straight when I was in high school, and then I started identifying more as bi in after I graduated. No, I don't think it had any effect on it. I don't like the labels because I like people for their personality more than anything, not, oh, well, because they're a girl, or because they're a guy, or because they're trans. Just based on their personality. If things don't work out between us, would you date another trans person? Well, I'm really hoping that things do work out between Ted and I. I love him more than he'll ever know, and I just really hope that things do work out between us. But if for some reason that doesn't happen, then, I mean, yeah, I could see myself dating another trans person. Like I said, I don't date people because of who they are, or what gender they are. I date people because of their personality, and that's when what makes me fall in love with people is based on their personality and stuff like that, not just solely based on looks or solely based on, how people have certain types that are, oh, I really go for blondes or, stuff like that. No, I don't really do that. I just go on personality. Question that I came up with, or not, I guess question, what are some advantages, some of the advantages and disadvantages of dating someone who is trans? I feel that there's really not much difference from dating someone who's trans and someone who is biologically male. There's just no difference. I mean, they're a male trapped in a female's body. That's the only difference. I mean, but they are male. Still the same. So, I just, as far as just like a little difference, I just feel that trans people, trans males are more in touch with my emotions, my feelings, because of them having to be forced to being raised as a female, even though that's not what they were, but they had to conform to the gender stereotype most of their lives, or at least some of their lives, depending on when they actually started transitioning and like how their parents treated them as a kid. But I feel like in general, especially with Ted and I, like he's more in touch with my feelings, my emotions, my needs, and just stuff like that. Some of the disadvantages of dating someone who's trans is the body dysphoria that they go through, and because they are trapped and it's just not the body for them, and just you can't do anything. There's nothing you can do. You can't help them. You want so badly just to be like, to pay for surgery, to just give them everything they want, and you can't. It's just, I mean, there's just nothing you can really do other than just be there for them and let them, just let them talk to you, listen to them, just try and help as much as you can. Also the depression that, comes from the body dysphoria. It's just hard, because you see them suffering, you just don't know what to do. Stuff like that, and also just some of the insecurities that also stem from those things. Everybody has body insecurities, or some insecurity about themselves. So I mean, it's hard with the insecurities, because insecurities also bring up like trust issues and stuff like that, and it's just hard because you want them to trust you, and just sometimes with like all the other stuff that's going on, like trust is a big issue, and it's just really hard. And I think that's pretty much all I have, other than check out everybody else's OTK videos this week. Be sure to tune in next Thursday when True Life Ted will be back on for week 10, which is are you offended by the word tranny and just slurs in general? Just do you know what transvestite, like what the difference between transvestite and transgender are? Things like that. So be sure to tune in next week and keep tuning in every week. And I think that's all I have. Alright, bye guys.